So in today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at the latest collaboration coming from End and Lacoste, and this one will be for a pair of shoes which was released prior, but this one will be like a reimagined release which will have an hairy sweat for the upper, a reasonable price I would say, and yeah, most definitely this one looks quite nice. Hello guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It really help out the channel. As I said earlier, in today's video we're gonna have a look at the latest collaboration between End and Lacoste. So let's go ahead and start with the box, guys, which as you can see will come in this custom shoe box in a tactile tartan finish, which will be inspired by the upholstery of the smart Lacoste Peugeot from the mid 80s. This one also have the branding here on top of the lid with the Lacoste and End as well. So most definitely this is looking quite nice, and even inside we're gonna have the same branding on this wrapping paper in this white color. So let's just go ahead and take the shoes out, guys, which for sure are looking quite nice. So in today's video we're gonna have a look at this latest collaboration between End and Lacoste for the Umpire Sneaker. So quite recently we had this latest collaboration between the British retailer called End and the French brand called Lacoste, which will give us this Umpire Sneaker release. So this one dropped for the retail price of £135 here in the UK, which will be around $150 or euros. And this one will have this reimagined design for this classic coming from the archive, which has been reworked with this hairy suede, a co-branded tongue logo, and the metal crocodile hardware on the sidewall. As I said earlier, we also had that very nice box. So overall I would say that this one looks quite nice. Unfortunately this one, even though will have the Ortholite insole, is not that comfortable as you would expect, but I guess for 10, 15 pounds, euros or dollars, you can just upgrade to a very nice and thick insole. Rather than that, I would say that this one has a very nice and classic design. For sure it's not one of your usual ones which I'm reviewing on this channel, but when I saw this very hairy suede, I wanted to try it out. This one also runs quite big, but we'll get to that in a minute. And also the breathability is not that good either. Nevertheless, this one still looks quite nice, and it's still available on End clothing. So in case you want to go for it, just follow the link in the description down below. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and also do a small breakdown of this latest collaboration from End. So as you can see, for this upper we're gonna have just one material, which will be this hairy suede in this light gray colorway, which is present for all of the panels, for the tongue as well, also at the back. This one will have like a reinforcement here on the side of the toe box, and on top of this toe box section we're also gonna have 8 perforation holes to give it some breathability, which will also be available on the lateral side as well underneath this metal crocodile. Unfortunately for the tongue and the medial side we don't have any perforation holes, which is quite disappointing. As I said earlier, this one is not that breathable. Then for the actual lacing system, guys, we're gonna have these metal eyelets which will keep in place these white flat laces, and underneath these laces we're gonna have this hairy suede tongue, which underneath will have a decent amount of padding but not too much. And also towards the top this one will have the End and Lacoste branding on top of each other. Then finishing here at the back of the shoe, guys, for this one I'm gonna have this navy suede, which on top will also have the Lacoste embroidered in this white color, and this one towards the top will have also this pull tab. Unfortunately this one is a bit too small, so you can't put your finger through it, but I guess you can just pull from it. Then going inside of the shoe, guys, for this one we're gonna have a very nice lining for both back of the tongue and also the rest of the shoe, which underneath will have, I would say, quite a minimal amount of padding. For sure I would have preferred to have more to keep my foot better in place. Also at the bottom, it seems that this one has an ortholite foam insole, as I said earlier, but this one feels quite cheap, quite thin. It won't have an arch support, and most definitely this one it's not improving the level of comfort for this pair of shoes at all. So as I said earlier, you'll need to invest further like 5, 10, 15 pounds, euros or dollars to just swap this on with something much better. So now we can go to this rather chunky and high rubber midsole, which unfortunately it's quite stiff. The design looks quite nice as it's quite simple. This one also be stitched to the upper as well. Unfortunately this one it's quite stiff, and the level of comfort provided by this one it's almost zero, and it's also a bit on the heavier side as well. So now we can finish with the same rubber outsole, which for sure has a very interesting design. As you can see, for the middle part we're gonna have this herringbone design, which looks quite nice. On the outside it's a totally different pattern. Then for the front we also gonna have the sizing tag as well, alongside this Lacoste lettering here in the midfoot. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for this one I just went with my true to size, and for me, as I have skinny feet, this one it's actually quite roomy. So most definitely I would suggest you to go with a full size down if you have skinny feet, with a half size down if you have normal feet, and I guess if you have wide feet you can stay with your true to size. These ones are actually quite wide and also quite long as well. So overall, guys, this latest release coming from End in collaboration with Lacoste for this Umpire sneaker, in my opinion, looks quite simple and classy, I would say, which is to be expected coming from Lacoste usually, where we're gonna have a very interesting upper made out of this hairy suede, which unfortunately, at least in my opinion, doesn't have too many holes to give it a better breathability. We're just gonna have very small holes here on top of the toe section and also on the side underneath this crocodile, but I really feel that if they would have decided to maybe put a mesh tongue, it would have been much better. So I guess this is the only bad thing which I can say about this one, except the actual comfort, which unfortunately you'll need to swap that foam insole immediately. As I said earlier, it's quite cheap and not comfortable at all, even though it's an ortholite one. Nevertheless, this one still looks quite good, and it's coming at a decent price, I would say, considering that it's gonna be a collaboration. So yeah, in case you want to go for it, guys, don't forget about the sizing, and as usual, just follow the link in the description down below. So yeah, guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of one of these latest collaboration coming from End, which this time is with Lacoste for this Umpire sneaker. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my latest reviews, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching!